Easter Sunday football coming your way from Cooper Stadium in Adelaide as the Reds play host to the Central Coast Mariners. It's Adelaide United's final home game of the regular season, but they still have designs on hosting a final or two and can jump to second on the ladder with all 3 points this evening. Ideal conditions for football as we tick down towards kick-off. Bit of a breeze around and perfect conditions to run out the 90 minutes for the players. Fabio Ferreira with the captain's armband for the Mariners, taking on his former club, the Portuguese flyer, who has scored in both games against them this season. He also scored back-to-back in this fixture, twice in Adelaide United colours. So the Mariners playing for pride after wrapping up the dreaded wooden spoon weeks ago, but still so much for the host to play for. The Wanderers' loss on Friday night means destiny is in the Reds' hands so far as a top two finish is concerned. And tonight, Travis Dodd, they're doing it for Remo Paris, who sadly passed away on game day last week when they took on the Wanderers.
Yeah, he was a great character to have around the club. I've known him a long time myself and was always somebody who would be there telling a joke, telling a story, trying to make the boys laugh. So he will be very sadly missed, and certainly our condolences are with all of Remo's family.
Yeah, it's been a really tough week for the club on food finish is concerned. And tonight, Travis Dodd, they're doing it for Remo Paris, who sadly passed away on game day last week when they took on the Wanderers.
Yeah, he was
who did so much for South Australian football, and always with a broad smile on his face. And we're about to observe a moment's silence for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to ask everyone to be on their feet as we pause for a moment's silence. Please be standing. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we commemorate the passing of Remo Paris, who was a much-loved family member of the Adelaide United Football Club. Remo, we thank you for everything you've done for our club, but also for football throughout South Australia. Paris, who was a much-loved family member of the Adelaide. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your moment's silence. Remo, rest in peace.
Let's check the team news heading into this one. And just one change for the Reds after that goalless draw in Western Sydney, with star Argentine Marcelo Carrusca back from his groin problem to replace George Mills in midfield. The Mariners welcome back Luis Garcia,
who was a much-loved family member of the Adelaide.
Montgomery hasn't recovered from his calf problem, so he and Josh Bingham are the two omissions from the 11 which started in that 2-2 draw against Sydney. Adelaide United's top scorer this season, Pablo Sanchez, is back on the bench. Let's check the team news heading into this one. Well, the attacking options for the visitors are Bingham and Fletcher. Guillermo Amor still coming to terms with the passing of his friend and mentor, Johan Cruyff, who gave Amor his Barcelona debut back in 1988 and taught him to love total football. Tony Walmsley active in the transfer market at the moment, trying to attract players for next season. Said he's closing in on 4 signings, looking to strengthen defensively and in midfield. Our referee tonight is Stephen Lucas, no relation to George Lucas, who has also been seen around Adelaide in recent times. Eugene Galekovic has 10 clean sheets in 17 games this season, 3 better than anyone else in the A-League. And Adelaide United One away from a club record, 12 for a campaign as well. Paul Izzo made his debut in this fixture for Adelaide United when Galekovic was away on Socceroos duty as a 17-year-old back in 2012. That debut came for Izzo, and now he plays against his former club in Adelaide for the first time after missing the previous visit here away with the under-23 side in Qatar. He gets a nice reception from the Red Army. But they might just be getting stuck into him for the rest of the 90 minutes.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Massive game for Adelaide United underway, looking to jump from 4th to 2nd on the ladder, and that is crucial to try and get that top 2 finish, Travis Dodd.
Well, it certainly is. History has shown that no team outside of the top 2 has been able to come away with the championship, so there's that factor go on, but there's also a week off that the top 2 teams will get should you finish in 1st or 2nd spot. So certainly a lot to play for Adelaide United, but they should be aiming for top spot. Go for the Premier's plate, which I'm sure they will be.
Yep, they can get within 1 point of the Brisbane Roar if they win tonight. Of course, the Mariners playing for pride. Got a terrific result last week, coming from 2-0 down. And Kamau straight on the front foot for the Reds. He was involved in the major talking point last week at Wonderland. Fouled by Liam Reddy in the eyes of many, but he saw a yellow card for diving, and that proved a major turning point.
Yeah, it was a tough one for the youngster there. On replays, there wasn't really any contact there, but had he continued his run and clattered into Reddy, then certainly would have a red card would have ensued.
Mork to whip in the corner, and second time around they do clear through Mickey Neal. Gets all the way through to Kamau, who's goal side of his defender. Fighting hard in there as well. The follow-up shot surprised Izzo, could only palm it away for a corner after Karuska took it on first time.
Certainly very well taken there from Karuska. Really only used the inside of the foot there just to place that into the box there, but the skid off the grass certainly caught Izzo unaware.
Raced across to take the corner as well. Well defended by McGinn. A shank from Austin, so the Mariners under early pressure, as we expect in this head-to-head battle.
Good work there from Kamau. Ball comes out to Karuska, and the class that he has, just able to get that in first time.
Now Jitsa! He's got that ability, doesn't he? With that quick turn and shot on his left boot.
As a right footer, I've never seen a striker wanting to come back and get on their left as much, and the strength that he has there to be able to hold the ball up and fire that shot off. Looked like may have even got a nick off the crossbar, but great early pressure from Adelaide United, and Mariners really need to just settle the ball down, get a few passes together, get rid of the nerves, I think, get themselves into the game.
O'Donovan trying to do just that, but ran into a brick wall in the form of the underrated Dylan McGowan, who's formed a nice partnership with this man, Jacopo La Rocca, in the heart of defence.
Yeah, they certainly have a great combination, and I'm sure as the weeks go by and they continue to play more games together, their understanding will become even better and even stronger and be more formidable.
It's the league's leakiest defence. The Mariners conceded 58 goals, just 2 away from the all-time A-League record. You'd think they're going to secure that in the next 3 games. Oh, Adelaide United's defensive record, 26 conceded, is 6 better than anyone else at the moment. And you think back to that start to the season, when they were winless in their first 8, it's hard to believe they're in that position now.
You certainly wouldn't have thought that was going to be possible 8 weeks into the season, but phenomenal turnaround by the Reds, and certainly looking to continue that today.
Karuska dropping deeper. Terrific run made by Thirio, and Izzo elects to come out of his box for a bit of razzle-dazzle. Could have let it come to him inside the area. But it worked out nicely for the Mariners. Luis Garcia slips it in for Mitch Austin. Trying to whip it across the face, and Goodwin readjusted in the middle. An earlier ball to either O'Donovan and Ferreira. And there was a massive opportunity. They've got pace, the Mariners. Good feel about this game early doors. Karuska again. Kamau switch sides with Thirio.
Well, I think it was pretty clear Izzo knew exactly what he was doing there, bringing it down on his chest. Maybe the wet grass out there does get watered before the game. The skid kicks on and maybe came on a bit quicker than what he might have anticipated, but it was the touch that set up the counter-attack.
Foul given against LaRocca, who shoved O'Donovan to the deck. Decision was given by the assistant referee. That's why the Italian was gesturing that way. Poscolero searching for the Irishman. Couldn't kill it as he so desired. Allowed LaRocca in. And a little click from behind. Mistake by Karuska. Used to combine quite nicely with Fabio Ferreira. Now on opposite sides. LaRocca again commanding. Josh Rose playing in the heart of defence tonight after filling in for Mitch Austin on the left wing last week. Showed his versatility this season. Josh Rose, left back, centre half, left wing.
Jack of all trades there.
Here's Poscolero, who can play in central defence or in the fullback roles. Came second time around. And just over-aggressive against Kamau, who turns 21 tomorrow.
Good defensive work, and we've already seen a switch up from Adelaide United with Thirio and Kamau switching wings. Maybe just try and upset the balance with two fullbacks, four Mariners. Not let them get settled either.
Were you a winger who liked to switch it up?
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind if I was on the right going onto the left, because it gives you different options as well. On the left, cutting inside and shooting, or being able to get down the line. So it certainly does question defenders and how they're going to approach lining up against another player in the same game.
Karuska able to turn this time. Support from Jitte. Elects not to use Thirio in the wide area. Isaias gets it out to Kamau. Isaias trying to clip it back through for Kamau, who's so sprightly in that final third.
A little bit too cute there from Isaias, and as I mentioned before, when the grass has been wet, it is going to be difficult for those balls to hold up for an attacker to get on the end of. Maybe as the half closes out and the pitch starts to dry out, the ball will grab, and those kind of deliveries into the box might be better.
What about the Red Army right on cue, up and about? A friendly fire there between Isaias and LaRocca, but it's worked out okay for Adelaide United. Disappointing ball from Craig Goodwin. I wonder if the blood might start coming from the nose. Referee didn't see anything wrong with it. I'm just wondering who caught Isaias. Shoved him into LaRocca, did O'Donovan. held your breath there, Travis, with that early shot from Bruce Jitte. Just one behind your all-time A-League record for the Reds, 30 goals.
No, as I said in the pre-game, Speedy, the record will be broken, and hopefully by Bruce. He's been a good teammate of mine over the years, so certainly be happy for him to take over the record there. Would be fitting today if he could do it while I was calling as well.
I also heard from the Red Wig man, Steve, in the pre-game. Great little feature. If you missed it, you can check it out online. I think it's already up on the Adelaide United Twitter account.
Certainly be racking up the frequent fire points over the years.
No doubt. Lovely turn from Fabio Ferreira.
Great cover there from Isaias to get across and nullify that by Ferreira. I think it's going to be an intriguing battle between Ferreira and Goodwin, both two attacking players, and interesting battle. If Goodwin can press higher up the park, will that cause Ferreira to sit back and maybe not be able to get forward as much? And on the same hand, will Ferreira be able to apply that pressure to Goodwin to stop him getting forward, which will nullify a pretty significant attack for Adelaide United?
Craig Goodwin saying during the week that on Sunday Shootout, no less, on Fox Sports, that the time is right to head off to Europe. 24 years of age. He wants to try his luck, hopefully, in the Eredivisie. Here's Ferreira in behind and deflects kindly off Isaias to Galekovic.
Yeah, good early run in there from Ferreira, and you see the pace that he's got, able to show a clean set of heels to Isaias. And probably the danger for Adelaide United is if Craig Goodwin does commit himself forward so much and Ferreira doesn't track back, as he's not at the moment, it gives Mariners a lot of opportunity there.
Oh, lovely move from Goodwin, and he fired it straight at Izzo, who stood up strongly. Still alive for the Reds in the box. Thirio trying to fashion an angle, tees up Isaias, who did score just his second A-League goal against the Mariners earlier this season. Great effort, LaRocca, working those neck muscles. And here's Jitte again on the left. Further away that time, but they're looking dangerous in the final third, the Reds.
Well, we've seen Ferreira go forward now, and now Goodwin. It looks like they're just saying, let's just go for it, both of them. Both going to get in their attacking exploits, and Bruce Jitte is in the mood for it. He looks like it. He certainly said in the pre-game that he wasn't aware of the record, but I'm pretty sure he does. If he keeps knocking on the door like that, I'm sure he'll knock the door down.
And he says he doesn't mind who scores the goals. And that's not necessarily his role for Adelaide United. Under Gombau and now Amor as well. He does so much work with the hold-up play, getting other players into it, that often the goals come from other avenues.
Yeah, he's a workhorse, there's no doubt about that. And I think that work ethic that he does show and has shown earlier in the season justified his selection with Amor to going so many games without scoring, but still being picked because of his defensive qualities that he brings to the team as well.
And here he is with some link-up play, combining with Moroney. Isaias looking for Karuska. Back in by Mork and away by Rose. Will slip from Goodwin, gives Ferreira a chance to push on perhaps. Lovely ball to O'Donovan with the outside of the boot. And the nutmeg, that'll be a potential booking for LaRocca. It's advantage play. And here's Mitch Austin. He's trying to hook it over Galekovic with his right boot first time. He might have had more time there.
Yeah, good refereeing there from Stephen Lucas to allow the play go on. Ferreira able to find the opportunity there. Certainly a foul from LaRocca in that instance.
Beautiful pass driven Crossfield by Isaias, allowing Thirio to put the head down. And now Isaias didn't take on the strike first time when it looked like it was available to him. And now Luis Garcia trying to spark another counter-attack through the pacey Austin. End-to-end stuff. Great ball in. O'Donovan should have buried the header. Can't ask for better service from Mitch Austin. And there is that booking for La Rocca's challenge about a minute ago.
Well, what a play there from Central Coast Mariners. Garcia just getting the ball out wide to Mitch Austin. Austin not worried about trying to take his opponent on in Moroney there. Just able to get his head up and see the run of O'Donovan. Getting in behind there, staying onside really well, but has to hit the target from that position, and I'm sure he will be disappointed that he hasn't got himself on the score sheet early.
Might have been hearing the boos had he buried that header, because it looked like he might have been offside marginally.
No, we've spoken about the Mariners having to play for pride and whatnot for the rest of the season, but I think it's important for the club that they do try and play a good brand of football. Walmsley's said that he's trying to recruit for next season, and you still want to try and entice players, and you can't do that by the results that you've given this year. Maybe they can do it by the style that they play for the rest of the season.
And they're getting there through. Terrific ball from Rose this time. And now O'Donovan does score. Well, they've been threatening, and Roy O'Donovan scores in back-to-back weeks. Adelaide United, potential banana skin for them tonight, and they're behind.
Wonderful play again from the Mariners. Great run there from O'Donovan, and certainly no hint of offside there, and able to bring the ball inside, and McGowan not really able to do a lot, and O'Donovan with an expert finish there at the near post. Galekovic, not really a chance of getting anything on that.
Really clever finish by O'Donovan. Who scores his 6th for the campaign. The Reds trying to hit back straight away. Thirio riding the challenges. And Izzo down smartly to keep it out of the bottom corner.
Exactly the response Adelaide United need, to come straight back out of the blocks and try and get themselves back on level terms. And with Ciro with a mazy run there.
Moore keeps it alive now, and then it got away from him. Karuska trying to keep it alive. No nonsense defending from Jake McGee. Stroking it around with real confidence. Liam Rose again with some class. He's just 18 years of age, Liam Rose, and getting all this experience because of the Mariners' policy this season. And that ball that he provided for O'Donovan as well for the goal. Beautiful assist. Here's Thirio again. Takes it with the first touch. Mork. Not a bad first touch either. Can't wriggle his way around that man. Liam Rose, the man in the moment. Austin strong in the challenge against McGowan. And the Rocker with an important intervention. They look open for business, the league's best defence.
They certainly do. Austin, I don't think that was the ball that he was looking for in O'Donovan. It looked like the slip was at the vital point, trying to get the ball across field to Ferreira.
Karuska finds an angle to Goodwin. Well, Boscaliro's asking for help. It's going to come if they keep on playing the 1-2s. Fans want them to get a ball whipped in a bit quicker. In the end, Karuska wins a corner.
Well, you can see early on that the Mariners sitting back, compact in the midfield and the defence, and making it as difficult as possible for Adelaide United to break them down. And Adelaide United, on the other hand, finding themselves very stretched in the midfield and defence, and creating a lot of space for the midfield of the Mariners to get into. Well,
Jite did get there for the little cute flick on, but not really really able to test Izzo. Sergio Thirio, in his media commitments during the week, harked back to last year when they went to the Wonderland in round 26 when Western Sydney were bottom of the table, and Adelaide United had a chance to challenge for the Premier's plate, and they lost that game to the cellar dwellers. And he said they need to be on guard tonight, but behind early in this one.
It's always a danger that complacency can play a part in these games. There are no easy games though in the A-League. Mariners certainly up for it today, and
now back across the face from Austin. Poscalero's offside, unfortunately for him, but again, Adelaide United's defence at 6s and 7s.
yeah, another great ball into the box there. Just no one from the Mariners able to get on the end of that, but Mariners just finding space at will at the moment, getting in behind, and just the communication there not really on between Mork and Goodwin for Poscalero to be able to get in behind and get that ball into the box.
Austin perhaps reflecting on the opportunity to shoot there. Just trying to square it for Luis Garcia instead. Thirio and Goodwin. Plenty of passes between those two down this near side. Here comes Karuska on the follow-up, but the keeper always favourite with a bouncing ball that high. He might have picked up a little twinge though, Paul Izzo.
Good little ball there, and with that defensive head of the ball, looked like it was going to hold up, and Karuska saw the oncoming Izzo and wasn't ready to put his body on the line in front of that oncoming train.
Wins it back off Luis Garcia's errant pass. Oh, beautiful from Isaias. Gite thought it was his, but the Spaniard killed it with the first touch. Difficult for Neil to keep that one in.
Adelaide United just not able to get really enough numbers in the box in that instance. Thirio looked up and only had Gite to try and aim for, and Kamal was still out on the edge of the box.
Again, they let it bounce, the Mariners. Get away with it. They want high boot there by McGing on Mork. Referee didn't see anything wrong. Again, Isaias trying to punch one out with purpose, but Goodwin didn't really read it, I don't think. He hesitated. The moment was lost.
Yeah, nothing wrong with the ball there from Isaias. Just
Come in, Fab, come in!
Goodwin probably not 100% committed to chase that one down. Maybe thinking it wasn't going as quick as what it was. Something Adelaide United do need to do though when it breaks down the halfway line is start moving the ball a lot quicker. Not allow Central Coast Mariners to get back and set themselves up defensively.
Plenty of numbers there for the Central Coast. They do get out of a tight situation. Fabio Ferreira. Caught by Isaias. Spaniard well aware of the threat of the Portuguese flyer. Izzo looks like he's recovered. Still good friends with everyone at the club. He'd love to have some banter with them after this one, though. He hasn't got a clean sheet all season. It would be ironic if it came today.
Yeah, certainly against your former club, you always want to put in that extra bit of effort and make sure you get the points and the result. And given the run of results that Izzo's padding goals, I'm sure he'd like nothing more than 3 points and a clean sheet tonight.
McGowan just waited for Moroney to make his move. Will he be able to track it down? He does. There's enough pressure on him to ensure the touch got away from him. Did cross the line before Poscolero hooked it to Garcia. Do you think Craig Goodwin's ready for Europe? He thinks he is. Or would you like to see a bit more in the closing stages of this season?
He has had a great season, there's no doubting that.
Here's Thirio trying to bend it for that top corner. Nice shape about it, just too much elevation.
You can see exactly what he's trying to do there, and not a bad effort. He's checked inside, and the slip from Poscolero probably gives him that opportunity, but Poscolero back on his feet and putting enough pressure on Thirio there to cause the ball to go over. But back onto Goodwin. He has had a good season. Belief and confidence can be a massive thing in a player, and certainly if Goodwin has that belief in himself that he thinks he's ready, there's no reason why he can't go over and give it a crack. If it doesn't work out, he's always got the opportunity to come back. But if confidence is high, I think he should go for it.
On the Socceroos radar, of course, as Ange Postecoglou pointed out. Here's Kamau. Away from Rose and then around Ashcroft. Can't link with Karuska, though. Liam Rose again. Releasing Austin this time. Liam Rose's distribution, outstanding. Austin's delivery not bad either. Forced McGowan to stretch. Galekovic could come.
Great early play from Austin, just hugging the touchline, knowing that when his teammates in the middle of the park getting it, they're just going to turn and switch the ball out to him into space, and Austin early on is reaping those benefits.
You say yes. Karuska makes his move. Contact between him and Poscolero. Argentine keeping his feet. Back in by Thirio and away by Rose. Referee, what's he saying? Yes, there is a clip from SAS on Mitch Austin.
Well, he did have a good long think about that one. Not really sure there was a lot in that. Was it more of a trip or trip on his own feet? No, SAS didn't think so. There was much contact, but...
You say yes against Austin in a foot race. I think Austin will win the 100 sprint by about 30 metres, though. That might have come into the thinking of SAS.
Yeah, he's certainly not want him to put that one to chance.
More of a hopeful header back infield from Austin. No one there for the Mariners. Mariners still well in front in the head-to-head stats between these two down the years. They won 9 on the bounce, I think it was, and lead 16-12 overall. But their last 4 visits here have all ended in defeat. Too much hook on that one from the former Liverpool star. Upset with himself immediately afterwards. And a few around the Central Coast were upset with him being suspended last week after that red card against the Glory, and then moving on to Liverpool PR duties.
Just a short overseas trip in your week off.
Was back by Monday to prepare for this game, but Laurie McKenna, former Mariners coach, very vocal about what Garcia should have done in that suspended week. There's Open come and play him ahead of Jito. Lovely deft touch there by Luis Garcia, but McGowan stops the attacking threat. Advantage play to SAS. Takes on the strike, and Iso didn't react in time, and SAS would love to play the Mariners every week. It's back to 1-1. But the keeper should have done better. And they dedicate the goal to Remo Paris.
Great touch there from Adelaide United. From the whole team there running over and lifting the shirt for Remo. But Isaias does so well to ride that tackle in the middle of the park and then just no pressure on him. Very difficult one for Izzo to deal with, dipping and bouncing just in front of him, and with the skid just not able to judge it enough, going underneath him. And you have to think that Izzo needs to do better in that type of position to at least get hands on that one and keep it out.
Izzo, who headed for the Central Coast to get more first-team football after just 6 games in 4 seasons as the understudy to Eugene Galekovic. But that perhaps shows why he hasn't got a clean sheet this season. He's got to do a lot better there.
Yeah, certainly. He won't be happy with himself, I'm sure. But it's a difficult one to coach. I guess you need to be out there. You need to keep facing those balls, and hopefully he'll learn from these experiences. Getting plenty of first-team football this year.
Mariners played so brilliantly for their lead, and then to give it up like that. But here's Luis Garcia, and Galekovic only watching as he dragged it towards that bottom corner, but dragged it too far.
Probably had a bit more time than what he thought there. Able to win the ball, and great tackle there to keep control. Maybe had a bit of time just to have a touch, get the ball out of his feet and then strike, but see what he was trying to do and beat Galekovic at the near post as O'Donovan did.
Oh, it works out beautifully for Karuska, trying to tee up Chite in the middle. And the fans will be saying, take on the shot, Marcelo.
Had the opportunity there, that's for sure. So often the case, you go have an opportunity at one end. Ball gets left there for Karuska to take it in, and great cover from Josh Rose to get across and stop that attack.
Oh, now Kamau trying to turn after the deft little flick by Karuska. Well, it's 1-1, and we could have had a hatful of goals already in this game as they just go end to end. And a booking coming up for Stephen Moore. They're filling his opposite number.
Well, the pleasing thing is that the Mariners don't look like a side that are on the bottom of the table at the moment. They're playing with enthusiasm. The work rate is high, intensity's high. You see the foul there from Stephen Moore to break up that play. Probably another player that didn't really want to take Austin on in a foot race.
6 of one, half a dozen the other in that challenge. Austin whips it in. Away by Karuska. Rose, confidence levels high. And so is the shot.
Wow, it's going to have to be something very, very special to beat Galekovic from there. But I think as a player, when you see that ball coming out on the bounce, knowing that the volley's there for the taking, it's just too hard to resist the temptation.
Just about everything he's touched tonight has turned to gold, so probably thought that one was going to whistle into the top corner.
That's certainly how you picture it when you're running up to it to strike it.
Here's Chite again trying to roll Josh Rose, and Karuska on his right boot.
Very, very special to beat Galekovic from there.
Chite on his left, and now
but I think
Karuska
as a
on his
player,
right.
when you see that ball coming out on the bounce, knowing that the volley's there for the taking, it's just too hard to resist the temptation.
Just about everything he's touched tonight has turned to gold, so
to get that dip on the ball,
we thought that one was going to whistle into the top.
And then the salute to Remo Paris there, holding the shirt up in his memory.
Good battle between Moroney and Austin. Right back's done brilliantly. Keep that alive. And now linked with Kamau. These are the games as an attacking player you'd love to play in, because seemingly it's just end-to-end stuff. And here's Mork tricking his way through. Oh, what a superb goal! Stefan Mork turning into one of the stars of the A-League. And his move to Adelaide United has proved an inspired one mid-season. He's got 7 for the campaign for either Melbourne City or Adelaide United. These are the games as an attacking player you'd love to play in, because seemingly it's just end-to-end stuff. And here's Mork tricking his way through. Oh, what a superb goal! Stefan Mork turning into one of the stars of the A-League.
Great finish from Stefan Mork.
And his move.
That build-up, though, started from Michael Moroney on Mitch Austin to break up that play, keep the ball in for Kamau, who worked